Well, so far introductory, playing Athens for the first time ever. I feel like I'm doing rather okay. You know, rather okay. Perhaps even lucky. I feel like I lucked out on this one because I obtained the Adresian Kingdom under Confederation. I feel like that's quite lucky. Like I just got a whole swath of land, and game just started. It's amazing. I will say that generally, one is not so lucky, but wow, I was actually pretty surprised by that. Now the question is, will I be able to hold them? You know, can I keep their loyalty, keep them under my confederacy? You know, because if the Adresian Kingdom becomes too annoyed with me or frustrated with my leadership abilities and my ability to protect them or keep their population relatively happy, they will leave. They can actually break the confederacy and become independent again. So now if a nation stays confederated for long enough of a time, and trust me, it can take quite some time, they may federate with your faction as well, with your nation. You can ask them to federate with you, or they may ask you request if they can federate with you. Especially if their attitude toward your faction is quite high, and it's been a while. Yep, that can happen. Once you federate, that's great because you get access to everything that they have, all the resources, you know, all the intricate workings of their, you know, menu panels. You have like pretty much full control over their diplomatic stance or diplomacy globally. And my favorite, you have full access to their, I think their other military production, or I think we have that already. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we have that already. I think the largest thing in federating is that you get 100% of all of their resources, and from my understanding, if you're confederated, you get a portion of their resources, like a certain percentile of it, and then the AI keeps the rest. Molossian Kingdom offers treaties. Oh, cool. They would like the city visibility, treaty signed, as well as the tile visibility and the unit visibility. I'm okay with that because I'd like to kind of see what the Molossians are all about up there. So let's allow that. Wow. See the mini map down below? It just you see that green splotch that just occurred? That's the Molossians. They actually have quite a bit of land. Wow. Okay, let's exit out of that. And the Korkira, they want the exact same treaties that the Molossians wanted. Okay, and I would also be fine with that. Let's accept. They got a sliver of land in the orange in the upper left-hand corner of the mini-map. Interesting. Trade proposal from Goibier. You are offered trade. Okay, they want 2 gold pieces from us and 1 influence point for the next 29 turns, which is basically almost the maximum turns you can do in this game. I believe the max is 30 turns. Holy, trade loss is very good. That's not bad at all. So, because they're our immediate northern neighbors. 2 gold, huh? Okay, I'm making a surplus of 14.2 gold per turn, so I have more than enough to trade 2 gold with them. And influence, I'm making 8.2 influence per turn surplus, so that would be okay. I wouldn't mind that kind of trade. What can I get from them? Recommended. Oh, sorry, my eyes are all buggy. It's the opposite way around that. My apologies. They want to give us 2 gold and 1 influence, and they're asking for food, coal, or stone in preference anyway. Okay. I don't know why I flipped that around just now. That was weird. Okay. Well, you know what? More gold, the better. So I wouldn't mind getting more gold from them, even though I'm making 14 per turn. I don't want to give them any stone. See, my food is struggling a little bit now because I made a trade deal previous with another faction, food. So I cannot supply them any more food. All I could give them is coal. Right now I'm making a surplus of a 4.6 coal per turn. Now I'm going to need that coal soonish because I have designs to make a bunch of blacksmiths everywhere. That will take some time though. I could offer to give them a temporary trade duration amount of coal. I could give them... Let's see if they will take 4. And I'll still make 0.6 coal per turn in the meantime. I'll offer them 4 coal and see what they want to trade. If they want to give me even at least a gold, 1 unit of gold, that would be nice. I think they would probably go for that. I do not think they're going to give us the full amount here that they're offering, 2 gold and 1 influence. I'd be lucky, I think, maybe to get a gold. So we'll see what they say. I want to reduce the turns though for sure. I just wanted to do maybe 10 turns. So I could maybe get 10 gold by the end of this. Let's offer that, send it on its way. Okay, trade proposal by Corinth. They also want to give us gold. They want to give us a lot of stuff. They said, hey, we have a lot of stuff we can possibly give you. Look at all this. Holy smokes, they pretty much want to give us everything. But they want 20 units of food, which I can't do. Yeah, that's going to be a bit hard. It's only 3 turns though, you know? Like, look at all this. They're actually willing to give us all this that you see here, guys. All these items per turn. That's pretty substantial. And look, we could just make our 4 coal back for at least 3 turns. It'll feel like we're not even taking a loss with our previous trade deal. There. That we have stone, copper, or iron, I meant to say. Yeah, 5 units of gold too. Look at the research points, 8. I guess they're in real desperate need for food. If I give them food, I might suffer for the next 3 turns. I might start taking military attrition. And my settlements, if they start starving, the morale, I believe, of the settlements will start to drop. I think it's morale and loyalty, actually, that drop if your cities start to starve for too much or too long. I'm gonna do it. Let's just see what happens. It's only 3 turns. Let's give them 20 food, per turn, and then get all this. Alright, let's see what happens. It'll make them happy, for sure. Because it's hard just to give up 20 foods in an early game. Like, who has 20 foods per turn to give? Like, really nobody. Perhaps maybe the Far East. Archimedes' empire, he may have some ability to do that, but other than that, I really don't think anybody has this ability. But let's sign that trade. Let's see what happens. Oh wow, we struck out. This is luck. There's a little bit of a luck event chance in this game, and it's rare. It doesn't happen very often, but we struck out, and we struck out real good. Because usually the bonus number there for resources is lower, not always high. So we got 55 gold units awarded to us for resource. We found reserves, added reserves. The gods favor us. We ought to be grateful. Prayers and offerings should be arranged to celebrate. Yeah, that is crazy. That is a huge amount of gold we just got. Yeah, usually when I play this game, it's smaller. Like you might get like 5 gold pieces, or maybe 7 or 10 gold pieces. Getting that is relatively rare. Getting a large resource reward is even rarer. So wow, I really struck out there. I got a little bit of yeah, see, we got some starving. And I think that's just because my warrior was on the attrition tile. That's probably why. Hopefully it's not the food starving yet. Actually, no, that doesn't take effect until next turn, so I'm actually fine with that. Okay, and looky here, guys. Our ship has arrived to Pylos, our allies. And they are still standing. We can't see what's going on here. Wait. Oh, Pylos, that's not our allies. Why did it stop short? Pylos is Messenia, right? They are the vassals of Arcadia. And I think we can't see them because we don't have any real trees with them. They're having a hard time. Oh, look at their capital's damaged. Yeah, because Sparta's about to annihilate them. Oh, this is a weird situation to be in. So my Ingenis's fleet has a hoplite on a trained hoplite. I was actually sailing up here to my allies, to their capital, Stratos, to help defend. I don't know why it stopped short, because I actually, told them to go right here, so that's kind of weird. Yeah, being how I seem to have accidentally stopped here, I just had a thought, and I don't know if it's a good one, but what if I stay here for one turn, try to make a treaty with Arcadia, because that's Messenia's overlords, and what if I try to help defend Messenia? Am I saying that name right? Can't I? Yeah, Messenia. What if I were to try to help defend their capital? I believe it's their last remaining settlement from the Spartans, just to keep them in the game, Because it's a shame. As Athens, I don't like seeing fellow Greeks perish or become completely exterminated, because, well, in Greek history, when around this time era, Athens wanted to basically unionize and confederate all the Greeks under its banner, under merchant trade and defensive pacts. So, like, I want the Greeks to stay in the game. What kind of trees do I have here? Arcadia, their overlords, they're cordial, so they like me. Firstly, I would ask for military access, so it would be like peaceful passage, open borders, unit healing, and of course supply support. Those are the main ones that I would want to do if I were to want to land on Messenia's tiles without pissing them off. Trespassing. If I can get granted legal access, then let's just see if that works first. If they allow it, then I can do it, and then at that point, I could declare war against Sparta to help defend their capital, to help defend the Messenian capital. Now, I don't know if that's a good idea. The Sparta is, a boss to tangle with here. So, but I have a strong hoplite unit, and with Arcadia on my side, I have no intention of invading Sparta. Definitely not at this point. Just defending Messenia and wearing Sparta out until they, maybe want to make a peace with Arcadia. Let's just try it out. I'm gonna issue this request for treaties with Arcadia. And we'll hear back from them next turn. Okay, now what can I do? Should I just stay here with my boat for what could be 2 turns before I have the idea of maybe declaring war against Sparta? And that's only if Arcadia accepts my treaties. Or should I move on? How many turns is it to get up north? That's where I kind of really want to be, to help defend my allies. It's 2 turns, 3 turns. It'll take 3 turns to get there. 2 turns is right here. I'm just shy of a tile. 3 turns before it'll be the 4th turn that I can actually land, on their capital to help them defend. 4 turns away. I could be Arcadia could very well accept me next turn, and then I could declare war on the 2nd turn right afterwards with Sparta. That's a tricky one. Like, I think they're holding okay up here for now. Because Messenia, they're gonna fall next turn. I'll move 1 tile. You know what I'll do for now? I'll just move 1 tile ahead, because then if I want to go up north later, I'll retrieve this lost tile here, so then I'll actually save myself a turn. I can go 2 turns right to this tile, then on the 3rd unload if I want to. So I'll stick around for 1 turn and see if Messenia accepts my treaties or not. But I'll move to this 1 tile right there. Oh, I got a little peek. There's a Spartan general right there, probably influencing Pylos. I'm going to guess that Messenia has no military soldiers, so the general feels confident just to stand here and is likely dropping the morale of their capital city every single turn. Probably trying to take it over without military force, trying to keep the population intact and stuff, but they will flip it, and once they do, Messini is gone. It's their whole faction is just gone. Yeah, okay, I'll stick around here. I'll stay there for one turn with my hoplite on board, see what happens. Treaties. Yeah, we're gonna put this Peltus to sleep in Methone, just so he can heal for a while. Okay, we're gonna board our hoplite. This is up in the high north. We're gonna board our hoplite boat here, and then I'm going to sail this guy. I don't want to sail across the deep sea because I'm so worried in this game about the risk of damaging or have my whole boat destroyed. So I'm gonna stick to the coasts a little bit. Let's go here for now. Just kind of sail down there. I'm sailing a little bit across the deep sea, but it will kind of stay to the shorelines a little bit until we get that hoplite home to Athens. Okay, now here's where we can attack. We have a warrior who took a little bit of attritional damage. Luckily, he wasn't physically harmed through that attrition, but his morale did drop a little bit. His morale had dropped by 12%. So his attack strength will be have a debuff multiplier on it by 12%. Unfortunately, not the end of the world. He's pretty strong. So, and yeah, I'd like to attack this fortified Phrygian Peltist. It looks like we will have a very, very good chance because you know, he's in very bad shape. Let's do it. Let's attack him. Let's get rid of him. Goodbye. Now I can pass through to my settlement. Look at that. Fine, I can pass through. I'm going to put both of my heroes into Sestos as a garrison. You know, we have our stockade was just built for defense, so that's great. Now, I don't know if I want to keep military units in Sestos, but between these two heroes sitting there in garrison mode, adding some defense, and the stockade itself, I might be okay just to leave it as is. Let's go right into the town and just take a look. Yeah, so we have 2 hero units in here, which are helping to bolster up, I think, the defense here a bit. Current health is 2. Okay. Stockade. That's the thing about this game, it doesn't quite give you a breakdown as to exactly where you're getting your defense bonuses from. Current number of defenses. Well, that should be because of my stockade. I would think that that full 1 is because of the stockade. I also do have this defense bonus here too. I have defense and stockade attached to Sestos. So maybe normally gives you a point to something, like a 0.5 defense or a 0.3 defense. These are stacked, so it's giving me 1 irregardless. Who knows what it is? I need to experiment more with that. I think there's a certain amount of, probably not defense, but I think a certain amount of health number here. We have a figure of 2. I think a part of that is in place because of the 2 heroes we have currently garrison. So I think if we were to take these heroes out, that might turn into like 1.3 or 1.5 health or something like that. But yeah, okay. Cool. Get out of there. And yeah, I might think about putting my warrior in here too to garrison, or to run him back and put him in Tychos instead. I think I'm actually going to run him back and put him in Tychos for a while. This general, he's almost full health. He's just 0.1 health away. I'll heal him one more time. Get him up to 100% health. And look at this. Bergola. Holy crow. Like, loyalty is shooting out of hand a bit. I don't know why. Why is the loyalty getting so bad all of a sudden? We got to put a stop to that. Let's see what we can do to reduce the loyalty. Unfortunately, we don't have enough We don't have enough. Oh, we don't have enough population to build the philosophy school. That's what I'd really like to build. Huh. Okay, but let's just do it first city for now. Okay. I think we're ready to process our turn, but as always, let's see maybe if we can build anything more before we do that. I could put a small defense on Crinetics, just in case warriors come down. It might halt them. It might, taste it. If warriors came, they could probably one-shot this settlement, take it in one turn. To be honest, it's so weak. But if I put a defense on there, it might take 2 turns for them to take it over. That would give me a little more time for heads up to try to, sail a military unit over here to Neapolis to help kind of defend the territory. Let's see what they got. Let's just do a little defense. The small defense upgrade. Bit on that. Okay. What else can we do? Let's look across the way at. Whoops! I didn't mean to go do that. I went too far. Well, let's actually remain far. Let's just take a quick look at the Molossian Kingdom. What they look like. There they are, guys. A lot of woodland and mountains. They got actually a portion of nice agricultural land here too. Green, quite green. You got some nice rivers. That'll help with their agriculture. You always get a food bonus if you, make farms on rivers, or just have the river itself. We have Korkia. They had taken this island earlier from barbarians. Yeah. So Molossian Kingdom. The Molossian Kingdom, their capital is called Passaron. You got some bit of infrastructure actually built up here. You got a blacksmith, a lot of roads. They got a shipyard, temple built. Once again, the temple helps to give a bonus modification to your birth rate, how quickly your population grows over time. It gives them just a little bit of a bonus rate. They've got a stable to build cavalry, some cavalry units. Cool. What kind of resources they have? Got a gold mine, they got an iron mine, they've got a coal mine, and they've got a stone mine. So it looks like they have one of each. Yeah. And I think they might have they actually have 2 coal mines on the border of between what I think might be the Ichilus tribe. They might border with the Ichilus tribe, I think. Or they could be barbarians up there in between. I'm not entirely sure. I can't see. Fog of War. Yeah, anyway. And this is Korkia, the sliver of land. Korkia is just on their coast there. They mostly have, it's a bit of arid land. They got some agricultural land too. A little bit of woodland, but it's mostly arid. They got a gold mine. They've got a copper mine. And okay, there. And on the island they just took, they have a stone mine and also a coal mine. So they actually have a variety of all the mines in the game. And they wouldn't if they did not take over this island. They would actually be lacking stone and coal mine if they did not take over this island. I think they took it over, right? No, I think they started the game with this. No, I'm mistaken. No, yeah, Korkia is their capital city, so they actually started the game here. Right. For some reason I thought they took it over. Alright, anyway. I want to look at Methoni and see what's going on here. Yeah, so that defense was built, which is great. I would like to strengthen it up even more, to be honest. Let's also build a stockade here as well on Methoni. I will leave Pydney alone for now. I'm not too worried about them being attacked yet because the enemy will have to somehow cross this broken bridge first, or come through this way as they did once before. It's a bit more of a trek. With the wooded lands, they can follow the river of Ludius. I like how everything's named in this game. It's friggin' lovely, based on historical names. I love it. This is just one of the small little nuances of this game that I actually appreciate. But yeah. And there's actually a bridge they can cross here. I don't want to ruin this bridge though because I will need it later to invade and attack the game. So yeah, but I might kind of see them coming if a military unit from Macedonia comes by. to attack Bithynia. But really, they should come from the north, and they'd have to get through Methone first, for the most part, or at least pass Methone, and I will see them pass. Okay. We have a lot of gold. What else can we buy with all this gold? Let's look at our estate decisions and see if we can get any perks here. Yes, we could do games. That will get our happiness up. I don't think it's really necessary right now for that. Slave manumission. Let's, could do that. I'm still maxed for that, so I'm okay. I'll leave that alone. Well, let's actually build some more blacksmiths. We got a lot of resources. I feel rich as Athens right now. I actually feel pretty rich. Like, holy crap. Okay, so we got the one blacksmith working 3 different mines on our main land here, Athens. I think I'm going to put a mine right here by Ophiosa to help the production of this stone mine here. As stone resources are my weakest resource right now. I would like to get that, because the more stone, the better for building, the more things you can actually build. These are structures in this game. So let's put it right on... I think I'm just going to put it right on the mountaintop. You know, I think the best place to put a blacksmith is in between the mine and the closest city. That's like the best place to put a mine, or sorry, to put a blacksmith shop. So instead of going to the adjacent over here, I will put it on this mountaintop, right in between. Cool. I wish I had a settler around here though, so I can start building some roads. You know what? I feel like I could do some infrastructure building for sure on all these little islands, but I need a settler. It'd be great just to get like one settler even, and then sail them around on a boat. You know, but all my boats are in need right now, shipping my military units around. I could try to build a boat too. Let's look at this here. Build a boat. I could build this trireme. It's the most expensive boat in the game. Yeah, pretty expensive. Or I could learn to build a different type of boat. You know, the galley would be good for transportation. It can transport 2 units, whereas every other boat in the game can only transport 1 unit. The boat, you know, is cheap to build. To learn how to build these boats, it's expensive. As you can see, all these here, quite expensive to learn how to build a boat. But when you actually build the boat in question, you know, that can vary. So boats, though, are the cheapest ones. Galleys give a good amount of added protection to basically double the strength of boats down below. And they can, hold 2 units. So I might go with that one. Because the worst is, you know, you transporting a unit, you know, even a settler, and, you know, it dies, the boat capsizes in battle or a storm, right? Boats usually perish in right away in a storm. Like, it's just, they get completely annihilated all at once because their health is lower. But galleys, and especially triremes, I think there's also briremes in this game, if I remember, but I don't see it here. Yeah, they usually can survive a storm. They will get heavily damaged, but yeah, I've repeated myself. I know I've said this already earlier on, but yeah, they will do better. I think I'm going to learn how to build a galley. It's expensive, 20 gold, you know, 6 iron and 2 stone. It'll take 4 turns to learn this new specialization. But then afterwards, we can start building galleys from this port, from this shipyard. So let's do that. Okay. Anything else that we want to do here? This is our island, yeah, our island of Samos. Let's give Samos a little defense. Like some of these outer islands that we own, you know, they're very not defended, like, at all. So, kind of worried about that. Like, at the least, maybe we can give it a little bit of defense, you know? some of these islands. Let's do that. Some of the defense on Naxos. That does not belong to us. That belongs to Rhodes, who we are still at war with. Well, yeah, that's something I wanted to look at, right? I wanted to actually see if I can... almost forgot about that. I want to try to end this war. Like, these wars going on. Oh, after some delay, they're not ready to hear treaties yet. So, okay, that's fine. Can I stop the war with the Eastern Empire? Very soon. They're ready to hear me very soon. Okay, so these guys aren't quite ready yet for treaties. But as soon as I kind of can, I'd like to try to make peace with both of them if I can. Maybe we will make a small defense on Techos as well. I know I'm sending my warrior up here. But, oh, we can't. We're out of, actually we're out of stone resources. Unfortunately, we can't build anymore. Okay, that's that. Let's process the turn. Oh, Sparta did not run the general away. I thought the general would stay there and continue to try to reduce the morale of the Messenian capital. I also don't like what I just saw there. I just saw a enemy unit way up in the north, flipping tiles. Archimedes' soldier up there. So obviously there's a boat and it landed by boat. Don't like that. Now, Archimedes' empire, or Achaemenid's empire, is at war with Rhodes, so it could be that they landed there to go to fight Rhodes, because I border Rhodes right up there in the north. So they may not be focused on me right now. They're at war with them first. It's crazy, we're looking at a triple war. Well, look at this. The attack is still on, huh? Aetolia versus Corinth. They're at war with... Yeah, because Corinth is our league allies. So, I think they're going to have their hands full soon. Yeah, see, they landed on our coast of Corinthos. Oh, yeah, look at this. Messia canceled their federation with the Achaemenid Empire. They're no longer their vassal. That is also good to hear. The Achaemenid Empire has now lost 2 vassals recently. Huh. They must be pissing people off over there, I guess. Oh, we just learned a new technology. Wonderful. New inventions, amphitheater, and the Asclepion. Many ancient buildings and structures were engineering marvels thanks to the advance in technology, mathematics, and working with materials. For economic reasons, the transport of construction materials was limited, local resources were preferred, and the work of slaves and freedmen was used to cut down costs. Nice. Required text philosophy, subsequent text irrigation patronage. Nice, alright. Like that. Let's get on our next research. Yeah, look at all we've learned so far. We don't have enough to learn astrology for the monarchy yet. It's very expensive. Actually, we're just a little under the gold. We actually have 47 gold right now. But it costs 50 gold, so... I could wait a turn and try to afford that. You know, to be a monarchy, right? I'm gonna click out of here for a second. And what is our current government type? Okay, before I get into the current government type, let's just try to get rid of some of these screens here. Thessalian League, they want a trade treaty. Okay, they want to give us 4 wood. I'm not interested in any wood whatsoever, so I'm going to say no to that. Chaldiki wants to trade with us. They want to give us, wow, all these. It's a variety, 1 of each. Nice. I do like stone. I always like seeing stone. They want 3 food. Actually, this is the first turn of our 20 units of food depreciation, right? And we're doing okay. We're holding. So maybe it's actually okay to do that trade. I'm happy I did it. It might be okay. They're just asking for 3 more food. We are making good food for Athens, so want 13 turns of this. I'm okay with this. So for me, this is a very good deal. Free food. For these resources, they must be in dire need. They will love me for it. Let's do it. I'll give them exactly what they want. We want 13 turns of this. Trade route loss is only 2%. It's nothing. It's great. And the Chaldeans right now are favoring Macedonia big time. So if they can like me a little bit more, that would be good. Because I don't want them, trying to having any thoughts of attacking me in the future. In aid of Macedonia. Okay, Atolia, who are ex-League members, they want peace from us. We wanted to accept peace. I don't know. The idea was sending my Hoplite unit up there to help defend, but I don't like the fact that they're no longer League members. I lost them, so now they're just like another Greek nation. But if I keep the war going, then, my affiliates, either in Korkia or especially at Carnania next door, it would be nice if they could start claiming their lands, because it would then still belong to League lands, right? But then again, at the same time, I don't like to see a Greek nation expire completely in the game. I just don't like to see them exterminated at this point. What a crappy situation to be in. I think I'm going to say yes. And I would speak on behalf of the League. So that means, all wars would stop with them, I believe. Is that right? Some of them are my confederates, but they're my vassals. So if I say peace, then my confederates will also stop attacking. But some of the League members are not my confederates. They're just brothers in arms. They're allied with me. They can technically keep the war going. So I won't be able to speak for them necessarily. But I think I'm going to say yes. I'm going to stop this war, I think. Before we do that, let's just take a quick look at the map. Yeah, okay, those two I'm kind of... Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to say yes to it. Let's try to create it. Let's stop the war. Okay, they're happy about that. Their attitude towards it went up a little bit. Ethiopia wants another trade treaty with us. Oh no, it was the signed treaty. Oh, so they went for it. And we're very lucky. I thought they would, we'd be lucky to get 1 gold for 4 gold. They actually gave us everything. They gave us 2 gold and influence for that 4, for the 8 turns. Oh, they reduced it to 8 turns. I remember putting it down to 10. It's funny because they originally asked us for 29 turns, I believe. And then I reduced it down to 10. And then they reduced it down to 8 afterwards. That's kind of funny. But they're giving us a very decent trade there, I would say, like quite decent. Oh, alright. 8 turns worth of that. 4 gold for me. Arcadia. Oh, okay. Well, that changes some things. Arcadia has actually refused to give us military access onto the lands. So there goes that idea of protecting Messenia against Sparta. It's not my place anymore. They obviously don't want any help at all. They want us off of that land. Maybe Arcadia thinks they can handle Sparta and protect Messenia. Because Messenia has virtually no territory left. Well, that's that. That's kind of out of my hands at this point. I offered. I tried to be helpful. Stand up for the Greek peoples in general. Rhodes wants peace. This is what I was hoping for. And it's Chaldiki who actually initiated the talks. Chaldiki is asking us and Rhodes if we will sign peace together, because Chaldiki does not want us to be at war. And yeah, that's fine. I will definitely agree to that. And then we will see if Rhodes will also accept as well. And that should happen on the same turn, right now. Yeah, peace. So peace is met. So we are no longer at war with Rhodes, which is good. And Rhodes was actually our defensive allies, or maybe they were our brother in arms just earlier. And yeah, we kind of got dragged into an unwanted war with them. So we kind of lost that treaties. And maybe in time we can kind of get it back. We will see. Thasos and Thasos. That's funny. Thasos and Thasos was improved. That's the settlement of Thasos in the territory of Thasos. It happens to have the same. Civil service was met. That's good. The Odrysian lands. Oh, cool. One of our armies in Parenthos received the training Indomitable. And that's a luck perk right there. Like I say, once in a while, luck will happen, depending on what's going on. So, because I have this, I believe that's my warrior. My warrior went into Parenthos. If you happen to have a military unit stationed in a settlement, there's a small chance that the city itself, the settlement, trains your soldier for you for free. You don't have to pay for it. It's just a small chance, but it does happen, and it's random, like what skill you use. It's a pretty cool feature I like in this game. Also, I don't think I mentioned this before. If you your towns and settlements also have a chance where the people will build a structure for you for free. You know, it's sort of like seldom to rare that happens, but yeah, just a random thing will be built, which is pretty cool. And they tend to do that the happier they are. So if a city has like good morale, good loyalty, and your general global happiness is doing decent or high, the higher the better, free builds just start happening for you periodically here and there. So there's definitely a benefit to keeping your happiness up in the game, your factional global happiness, and also keeping your cities in good health. Okay, now that's that. Now I got distracted. I was trying to do something earlier. Yes, I wanted to look at what's going on up in the north. So, yes, I just wanted to verify we are no longer at war with Rhodes. We are still at war with the Archimedes Empire, and they are still at war with Rhodes, I would think. Yeah, so I want to take a quick look up here. I can't see the Archimedes military unit, so they must have went straight into the Rhodes lands. I can't see in there anymore because I don't have treaties with them. I think they're going in to attack them. So that's fine with me. The pressure's off of me. That's good. Yep. And then I wanted to click down to the lower map. I just wanted to look at what happened here. So we signed peace with Aetolia. Yeah, signed peace with them. Wait a second, what's going on? Wait. Are we at war with Arcania now? This isn't making sense to me. We were protecting Arcadia. Acarnania. We were... Oh, is that just because we clicked on them? Hold on, what am I doing here? I think I'm just confusing myself. No, we are at war with them. Why are we at war with Arcanania? How'd that happen? We were just protecting them. We signed peace, just peace with Aetolia, and I don't know why all of a sudden we are now at war with Arcanania. Peace does not enforce war when you're in a confederation. This is bizarre. I don't know why that happened. Well, that's really unfortunate because we were league members with them. That's just terrible. Is that a game bug? I'm not sure. I don't know why that happened. And I also didn't get a pop-up screen saying we were at war now with Arcanania, right? We didn't receive a pop-up screen informing us that war has been declared or that war has become a thing. I feel like this might actually be a game bug. It's very rare that I find that I bump into game bugs. But I think something strange happened here. Yeah, we have a fog of war, so I can't see what's going on in there anymore. Quite strange, guys. And also very unfortunate. Yeah. That's too bad. That is too bad. Well, what do I want to do with this hoplite unit now? Like, all of a sudden, its intended missions are useless. I was thinking to go to help Hylos out, but no. Its original mission was to sail up north to protect Arcanania, but now all of a sudden we're at war with them, which I don't understand. Bizarre. You know what? Let's intimidate them. Being how we're at war anyway, let's intimidate them a little bit. Let's take one of their towns. Let's take a foothold base. Either Calydon, I'm pretty sure that belongs to them. If not, I want to see who Left Pass belongs to. I might like to take that one. Let's put some pressure on Arcanania and then try to force them into ensuing peace with us. I can't believe this. This just really complicated things. Okay, I'm going to sail up there. It's going to take me a couple turns to get up there. I need to have a peek and see exactly, what the layout looks like up there too, because I'm kind of blind with it. Okay, so this general is now fully healed, and I think I'm going to encourage my unit. I have a warrior unit garrisoned. I'm going to click on this button, and he has encouraged all units inside. And currently there's only one unit inside, the warrior. So you'll notice that I'm going to keep doing this turn after turn with that general. This morale bar will start filling up with the color blue. That means it's positive morale, a bonus morale, as opposed to the red that we normally see where it's a negate of morale. And yeah, that'll make the unit stronger. Should go into battle. The morale multiplier helps with attack and defense strength. Right. The settler up here has finished building the connection road to the mine, the iron mine, so that's good. I'm going to now build a connection between Techos and the coal mine. Let's run down here with the settler. Take us a couple turns to get there. I'm going to put Sretin the hero on sleep mode. He's just garrisoning and sort of helping to protect Sestos. Same with Dobrin. These guys were both asleep for a while. And yeah, we have this Hoplet over here. I am double thinking should I send this Hoplet home to Athens? Or sail him over to Methone right away, help out with this war with Macedonia. I think I'm gonna sell to Methone instead, and let's just get this over with. All I really want to do is take Aegae and then fortify this river up here. I just want to take over this area of land and then dig in and fortify. I don't want an ongoing war with Macedonia. I just want this land here, and I want Aegae. Let's do it. I'm gonna sail up. Stick to the shores, which is always good and safe. Your turn is over. I have the mind. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do before I was interrupted when this turn started. Now I just remembered. I want to check out the government type. We're in a democracy. But I'm considering to learn the monarchy research. It's going to cost 50 gold though, which is super expensive. But do I want that? Well, we can't even see monarchy because we haven't even learned it yet. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with the democracy for a while still because it's working for me. And Athens is known to have been democratic for a long time in their history. So let's just stick with that. Oh, we can do more Agog training again. Like I say, this only becomes available every so often, so many turns. I don't know how many turns go by before Agog training replenishes and you can choose this state decision again. I feel like it's at least 10 turns. It could even be 15. I feel like it's been 10 turns, right? Probably 10 turns. That's when we last did that. Or has it been shorter? I'm so confused. I almost feel like it's actually been shorter than that. Maybe it's randomized. Could that be? Maybe some of these state decisions, some of them are just randomized when they come. Sometimes it can take a long time for them to show up, sometimes a very short time. But irregardless, we can do it. We have the money. And we have the happiness, so we can take the happiness hit of negative 10%. Let's try to learn some more skills for our units. Wow. Look at that. Stalwart, Assault, Discipline. 3 of our units learned more skill sets. That's awesome. Okay, what else can we do? We can actually build something. Souffle is not looking so good. They are having a loyalty problem. Jeez, 50% loyalty decrease. So let's try to do something up here. Now we just learned the technology amphitheater, and that definitely helps improve loyalty. So we could do that. Yeah, let's build an amphitheater in Sufli. You see how that worked? I just started building it, and the loyalty immediately went down by about 20%. It grew, which is a good thing, by 20%, just for building it. It hasn't even finished. So I thought that was the case in this game still. I wasn't sure if that was a feature in the vanilla version, if that feature only belonged in the DLCs. But no, it actually does work in the vanilla version. It's just a lot more specific, I think, in the vanilla version, whereas the DLC you can build mostly anything, and almost everything will have a little bit of an effect on either loyalty or morale in a city. But this one seems a lot more specific, like, you know, only certain builds will only affect loyalty or morale in the vanilla game, with this game. Okay, objective, Ischylos reached. An amphitheater for the great Ischylos was built. Oh, that happened to be an objective of ours. I didn't even know, because I don't read all the objectives in the menu sometimes. Your influence spread to one cities of Lydia, the faction Lydia. Oh, that's cool. That's just that's just south of the Odrysian kingdom land. Lydia used to be a vassal of the Achaemenid Empire. Your influence spread to two cities of Messia as well. So actually both of these factions used to belong under the belt of the Achaemenid Empire, and they since recently broke away. They're no longer their vassals, no longer confederates. The building of 2 units was finished. That's nice. Big builds. New strategic objective is now realized to us of Homeland, so I can check that out if I'd like to. Maybe I will quickly after this. Homeland defense has been agreed upon. Okay. New strategic objective, centers of culture, has been agreed upon. Okay, I'll check both of these out, just for the sake of curiosity. Assyria influenced by Athens. Okay, wow. And I think these belong to Lydia and Messenia, so yeah. Their city took a 20% morale hit in my favor. And yeah, if that ever drops too low, that their city will actually flip to our nation. So yeah, same with Procanosis, 20% hit. Oh, we got a little bonus here, something else too. Abydos also took a morale hit. See, now we're clicking on these settlements. Abydos took a hit. I can further influence it if I want to, with gold and influence, because I have influence points. You can further influence to try to get them to flip, you know, their city to your nation. I don't want to, because again, whenever you do that, when you try to target influence a nation, they notice and they don't like it. So their respect for you will actually decrease depending on how many times you do it. And yeah, I just rather not. I don't need to take over these lands right now. I don't really care for it, so that's fine. Yeah, and let's look at the objectives. Oh, we're currently working on what's called Invisible Army. We're having some luck there. Invisible Army. 7 turns left. The rivalry between the Hellenic state is never ending. Doubtless it will be but a matter of time before the Hellenic world is set afire once more, and this time we need to be prepared. Our military needs to be increased in size and power. Oh gosh, I forgot about this. I didn't know it was time sensitive. We have to build a military to fulfill this. Okay, let's see what we can do this turn. We have to strengthen our military up. Well, I know that we've been, yeah, our military needs to be increased in size, well, and power. So the skills we've been learning does help achieve the objective here, but we also need to build more units too. I don't know if we can do that in time, 7 turns. Rule the waves is also in order here. Athens used to rule the waves. We need to rebuild our navy, strongest force. Okay, that is not time sensitive at least, so that's good. And we are currently kind of upgrading our shipyard a little bit, like we're trying to learn some more boats and things. I do mean to make a galley soon. Yeah, we have a rival power here. We should look to the north, where the upstart Macedonian grows in power at the expense of its neighbors. We ought to resize the territories they claim. We ought to seize the territories they claim as theirs and strengthen our own position around the Gulf of Therma. Yeah, So that land is the north of Chaldiki, all that kind of woodland, attrition land that I don't really want to pass. If we start taking over a lot of that, we will gain this objective and kind of get a little bit of reward with that. I have no inclination to do that right now. Yeah, we've got other ones here, you know, 0 progress in them. But we got this one, Homeland Defense, remember? Homeland Defense, that's the one we just kind of got. And also Culture, or Center of Culture. That's the read up there. Homeland Defense. War is never too far away, and more should be done to protect our cities and people. We ought to require knowledge that has been lost over time and build strong city fortifications as well as defensive walls and towers in order to spread defensive abilities to the rest of the nation. Okay, yes, it's mostly a defensive building. We're kind of starting to do that in the mainland of Athens anyway, and actually abroad in the Adresian Kingdom. Actually, everywhere we're starting to work on some defense. So I don't know when that should start taking effect though. Maybe because not a lot's actually been built. Still at 0, which is kind of odd. This is Homeland Defense, so maybe it's just that, like near Athens, where we build up more. I don't know. We'll see if this changes any. It might also be set to 0 right now because it's the first of its turn claiming this or getting this. On our next turn, it might recalculate and put things in order, so that could be the reason why it still says 0. We have the Center of Culture. Athens should build at least one city, become the greatest in the Hellenic realm, both in size and amenities. Still, other cities should not be neglected. A venue for scholarly disputes and a place to healing are needed in other towns too. Okay, I would focus on making Athens that, you know, incredible city. So we'll see how that goes. Get out of there. Okay, now military building. Let's see if we can try to do anything more for military building. Well, that's 7 turns to kind of do it, but let's just see. Let's take a stab at it. I wouldn't mind making another military unit anyway. What recruitment pool should we pull from? Should I make it in the mainland, or should I do it? I should. Oh, Samos is currently being built. I was going to pull from here, recruit on one of these small islands just to give it a little extra strength. I have some soldiers on some of these islands. Oh, Nexos has completed its defensive. Yeah, defense is built on Nexos. What I could do is try to build a military unit on Nexos to help defend. Oh. They can only build settlers here. Not really what I was looking for. They learn how to build something else. They learn how to build a nomad, a peltist. Should be okay. For now, let's learn how to build peltists here from Nexos. Issue that. Learn the specialization. Oh, what about Delos? Can they build anything? No. Once again, only settler. How about Ophiosa? They can't build anything. Oh my god, not even a settler. How about Andros? Oh my gosh. Nope, settler. Hey, slim pickings it seems. What about up here in the Pydnia? Is it worth? Alright. Pydnia can create a peltist. I could consider that. I have a hobbit unit coming up here, so like there'll be a lot of military up here actually. Do I need to do that though? I don't know. Or should I make one here in Chaldiki? This Podivia was attacked once. But they can't build any military soldiers, so we'll pass that. Mernia, right here. Oh, they can actually build a peltist. Good. Build a peltist unit there. What about Sestos? Sestos can't build anything. I think I'm going to build on Mernia. Let's build a peltist here on Mernia. Or Marina. I'm saying that incorrectly. I read so quickly, like I just get my eyes over names, guys. Apologies. I tended to, be too lazy to, articulate them properly because I just skim read it real quick, and I just want to kind of. Okay, so 7 and 7, 7 gold, 7 iron, 2 turns to build. Yeah, we could do that. Let's issue that, and Can we learn a specialization here? No, we're pretty much out of gold. Well, we have one unit being created now. Oh, we have this little island of Thessos. That's right. Really nothing can be built there. I should probably, like, make a defense structure there at some point, but no. Can we build anything here? Oh, yeah. Neapolis. We could make a warrior. 5 gold, 5 copper, 2 turns. Yeah, so we could pump out, within 2 turns from now, we can pump out 2 new military units and hopefully try to get that objective in time. I don't know. I don't know how many they require, how much skill sets, or how many new units we need to, put into active duty. That's a part of this game. It is vague. It's meant to be that way. The developers intended it to be that way. There's a bit of a risk factor involved. Like, where is that threshold exactly? Let's do it. Let's purchase this warrior. I kind of want some defense here anyway, like another 1 military unit active in this area anyway, so the warrior will do. The warrior would be especially good in case I wanted to make any skirmishes up into the north. Warriors do better, a little bit better with attrition. They're kind of like the nomad in that way, but the nomad is better. But warriors can handle attrition a little bit better than most units. And they can also traverse wooded land easier. So that's one of the perks about the warrior. They can travel through wooded land easier than other units. The nomad is good with that too, of course. Okay, I think that'll do. We're pretty much out of gold on that turn. So, I think we're ready to process our turn. Well, let's look at the thick of this. A Methoni having some loyalty difficulties. Now, if I were to get attacked, if Methoni were attacked by this cultist, he would take it. Now, last turn we had sort of ran away, retreated a little too far. What I'm going to do is send to him my peltist back up to Methoni. That costed me almost 1 action point, so at least I'm situated here, protecting Methoni. Now from here, I can sort of jump out and attack this Peltist if I'd like to, or I could stay here and fortify. So that's kind of the question. Do I want to fortify, or jump out and attack? If I fortify, for sure I will defend Methoni if this Peltist should attack me, but this is the case like before. What if this Peltist runs around and attacks Pydna instead? Peltist could take Pydna. And then up here we've got a very wounded Hoplet. How wounded is he? Oh, quite wounded. He's actually almost about to die, and I really don't want to lose him. We have a stacked unit, but it's just a hero. Kind of fortified there to take a little pressure off an attack. What I'd like to do is... this Hoplet only has 1 action point too, so really he's kind of stuck there. I noticed they have a warrior. They've also got a Peltist unit here. Yeah, that could be a double attack. I don't think my Hoplet's going to make it, especially if this Peltist decides to run up north and attack him in the rear. My Hoplet is finished. Now if I attack this Peltist, I could probably expend its action points and wound him to a certain degree. It'd be a fair battle, and that might kind of stop this Peltist from becoming too aggressive for the next turn, which would mean that my Hoplet would just be defending against an injured warrior and perhaps a fully recruited Peltist for the Macedonian army. Is that a Macedonian? Oh, never mind. It's red. This is a Chaldean soldier. I don't have to worry about this guy. Oh, alright. So it's really just this warrior up here. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to attack with my Peltist. Because if I fail, hopefully he will retreat back to Methoni not too far again. We'll see how it goes. So it's equal chances. Oh, that worked out for me. I took damage, but I actually killed the enemy cultist. Very good. Now, this guy, what do I want to do? Do I have enough? Oh, weird. I don't have enough to move across to this adjacent tile, which is kind of funny. But apparently I have enough to attack a diagonal adjacent. It's perplexing to me. I would love to get off this bridge right now. Did I rip up the bridge yet? No. See, I haven't done that, and that's something I really want to do. But it's not worth the potential loss of my hoplite unit. I might attempt to attack this wagon. If I attack and win, my unit could take over that tile, thus gaining a tile and retreating safely. Or I could just keep my one action point, which would give me a little bit of a multiplier for defense when I'm attacked again. And I do still have this hero right here, fortified, which might take off some pressure from an attack. Yeah, he doesn't have any more movement points. Oh, let's try it. Let's try just remaining. I'm going to keep my hoplite here. And hopefully I can survive one more turn. And if so, I can bring up my cultist as backup. Okay, we'll skip that turn for now. And these are all the Adresians. We've just acquired their units, a lot of their cities. Some of their cities are struggling with morale issues. Towards the west, we've got a river. It pretty much shores up with a bit of my territory here, Neapolis. There's barbaric land up here. I do have some soldiers guarding, so that's good. What I think I want to do is actually bring predominantly all of my Odrysian soldiers to the east, because we are still currently at war with, well, newly at war with the Archimedes Empire. And I want to make sure I've got some defense going on here. So let's bring this axeman right down and have a peek in this border. I just want to see who these three spaces belong to. Kind of dividing my land, actually, between my newly acquired Adresian land and my Athenian land near Sestos. So I'll run down there, take a peek. Belongs to Figuria. Let me check my diplomacy. Oh, we are at war. Figuria is a satellite, or a vassal, of Achaemenid Empire. So we could claim those lands. We could just take them next turn. They're very likely undefended. We're out of movement points right now. We're out of action points. We've got another hero here. What am I going to do with this hero? I always find that, yeah, in the vanilla game, heroes are rather useless. Like, I don't know. They don't really seem appealing to me. Funny enough, when I was sort of new to this game, I used them in a very creative way. I would use the hero as really just a defensive piece. I would snag him in towns, you know, and just garrison up. Or I just find kind of pivotal areas, bottlenecks, and fortify him in. I would use it more as a defensive piece. A very weak defensive piece, but, you know, sometimes it served its purpose and it made the difference. I think I'm probably going to send that hero down to Sestos and garrison the hero as a little extra defense. I know I'm building a wall here. But first I'll let my axemen just flip these tiles just in case there's an enemy unit here. I don't want that enemy quickly attacking and killing my weak hero. Or hero wannabe general, as I like to consistently point out. Okay, so our settler, we have a settler up here. There's definitely a lot of land here with the Adresians where we can create new settlement establishments. But I would like to do some agriculture instead. I'll work with the settlements that I currently have and build some more farmland, actually. Get some more food coming in. So I'll run down here. I want to build a farm near Bergola pretty soon. Okay. Processing turn. Elis. I gotta take a sneak peek of the coast of Elis. Can't believe Messenia is still holding in there. It looks like actually they have two cities still. Molossian Kingdom actually has quite a fair amount of military units. I'm so depressed about these two league members that used to be ours. We lost 2 league members in this game. And I don't even know how it happened with the other one. I don't know why a war started between me and... Oh, here we go, turn. Got a tech development. A wagon, huh? I don't really need the wagon unless I'm doing a lot of travel business up in the Odrysian kingdom. But all the rest of my land is small. It's just like tiny islands and things mostly. So I think I'll bypass the wagon for now until I feel I really need it. Maybe up in the Odrysian kingdom. We got Palisade Wall. That could be interesting. That could be good for extra defense in the settlements. There's obedience. Obedience, it hinders other states in increasing their influence in the city. I'm not feeling a lot of influential pressure right now though, so it's probably fine. Now this one's pretty good always. Farms. Building farms increases the food production 4 times. Imagine that. So the tiles, where you normally get a little bit of agriculture, times that by 4. Farm significantly increases the production of food. Oh, alright. I wonder if I should do that one. Oh, I even have... Wow, there's more. More has been unlocked here. Thrifty blacksmiths. Reduction of maintenance turn costs for blacksmiths. Generally, that's coal. You need coal to run the blacksmiths. Riding Hall, Ibis Cavalry, upgrade to a semi-strong unit. And then we got the defensive wall as well. Significantly increases the defense strength of the units inside. Wow, and we have more. Surfaced roads. These are paved roads. Sewers. Cities protected against plague. Those are always very beneficial when a plague hits. That's it. We have learnt of these, but we just can't afford them. They're too expensive for research. Let's go all the way back. Wow, we have a lot of options here. I'm for now, because the research points are a little more affordable down here, I'm thinking Palisade or Farms. 10 turns for a farm? Yeah. Or, I don't know. So I don't have very many settlers to build farms. I am still building the typical farm right now. You know, I guess your tier 1 farm. And I don't know if I need this one just yet. My food is a little under, sometimes a little over, sometimes a little under. I know I'm trading food away. I'm not sure if I need this right now for upgrades. It would be beneficial nonetheless, but by the time I get to actually trying to build the irrigated farms, it might be above and beyond 10 turns. So I do have a more immediate need for defense, though. I really want to put more defense on my city islands. So let's go Palisade. City receives extra defense bonuses. It's going to cost us 2 gold and 66 research points. 7 turns. I'll learn it. Wait a second. Oh, I get it. 7 turns is the maximum. But we can make it 3 turns. Just finish 3. Yeah, that's why. I wish it told it tells the player with the changes more readily, like right on this panel. Instead, it tells you resource changes up above here. So basically, if you want to expedite the process of research, you can, but you're going to pay a little more for it. So I don't know if you guys can see up above, you see gold and research changing. So if I do the bare minimum, which is 7 turns, it's going to cost us, well, what I had laid out there. But if we want to speed it up, say to 3 turns, all of a sudden it becomes quite a bit more expensive. Almost basically double. Double expensive. A little over that. Going to be paying double the gold and quite a fair amount more research. I'm not in a huge rush for it. Let's keep it at 7 turns. On the cheaper side of things. Yeah, anyway, I wish there was maybe a panel right here, though, that would kind of say that what the changes were. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Changes. Just to see it a lot quicker, what those changes are, right? Or if it told you the plus or reduction, depending on where the slider went, it just said right there. Right on the menu interface, slider interface. Or, I don't know, maybe it is better that it's way up top there. Because you can see it, right, as it's changing. Just gotta glance my eyes up there. Sure, that's fine. I guess. Doesn't matter. Maybe it's better just to leave it this way, I guess. Okay, I'll say, 7. I noticed that it starts you at the best possible. I think it should start you at the cheapest, you know? When I first came into this menu, it was already at 3, which is odd, because it confused me, because in the technology tree it says 7 turns, and then when this pops up it's 3, it's like, huh? So it should probably start you right there at 7, and then if you want to, you can make better of it. Anyway, we're gonna do 7, so click on OK. Macedonia. A peace treaty for Macedonia. I don't really want that yet, because I want to take Aegae. So I'm going to say no again. I believe they offered us a treaty not so long ago as well. We said no. Not yet. We can also amplify our morale for our armies. Got to pay a little bit of a price for it. but I'm not prepared to do that just yet. Boitia. Oh, interesting. So we have like pretty neutral relations. They're polite with us. I am worried about Boitia, their influence, and also, you know, their military, and they got a good amount of resources deposits now. But they do want a treaty with us. City visibility and tile visibility. Yeah, see, I don't know how I feel about this one. Do I want them knowing my realm a bit more? So they know exactly where my cities are, and like, what if we go to war, right? I don't want them to know exactly where to find things to attack. But bringing relations a little closer would be a good thing. And to be honest, I am a bit curious as to how much land they own now, and you know, how many cities they have. Let's try to pick up the relations. Let's say we'll accept this treaties. It went up by like a sliver. Still in polite phase. Offer to trade by Achaia. I don't know if I need coal right now. And I mean, I don't really have much to trade in return. Slaves. My slave population is getting a little bit, just slightly out of hand. A little bit too much. I could do like a slave. 1 unit of slave for the next 10 turns. What's my surplus? 3.2 slaves per turn, huh? And by the way, you know, slaves get used up every turn. They're basically your like free workforce, but they sort of die off. They die. So yeah, slaves will be used up almost like a food commodity resource. And I don't know at what rate that is, that like the slave unit is being used up. I don't know at what rate, fortunately. I'm not sure if there's a way to figure that out in the game. I remember trying to kind of look around once, and I didn't really find anything. It was just kind of like a feeling. But, let's do, it's just 10 turns, right? Let's do 2 slaves, and then coal. Because I might as well stockpile a little bit on the coal, because I know I will be making more blacksmiths, and they will require coal, so I'm fine with 10 turns. Trade loss will be 11%. And they are looking for a slave, since they're recommended, so cool. Offer my proposal. 6 turns remain to complete the invisible army. Yeah, I don't know if we can upgrade in time for the invisible army. We might miss out on that objective. Okay, so we're gonna build a road from Hechos to this coal mine with our settler. Renthos has a general who is now fully healed. We could learn like a skill for this general, just to give it a little extra finesse, you know. I usually skip like discipline because this general doesn't fight, like doesn't attack. I think it might last. Yeah, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. It like as a defender, and that's generally how I use my generals only. I never attack them because they can't attack. They have 0 attack. Discipline helps them defend a little bit better, I believe. Gives them a bit of a multiplier, but remember, at the same time, I feel like discipline keeps them in the battle where they will not run away or retreat as easily. It's like fighting to the last man. So I don't know if I want that for a general. Well, I know I don't want that for a general. I want them to flee. I don't want them to die. Because generals are actually pretty important pieces in the game. They're very fragile, very weak. But usually I like, pretty much I never use that option. Indomitable is decent. Sometimes you'll see retreat here too. I don't know that skill yet. I haven't researched it yet. Retreat is great for general. You learn that skill. This is Indomitable. It's sort of similar. Basically, when your general gets hurt or attacked too much and it runs out of action points, the skill gives you just enough action points to run away safely. So that one's kind of cool. Stalwart is not too bad either. Means like if you're getting attacked more than once per turn. Usually I find that if my general is attacked, it dies in that turn. It's like an instant kill. It doesn't last long. Especially if it's by a more elite unit, the general will generally die in one attack. Sometimes, though, the general survives, so you'll be attacked, and your general actually survives, relatively bloody usually, and also usually tries to run away from battle. If not, they just stay there, and the enemy unit retracts, so it counts as a neutral battle. But then sometimes you'll get attacked from a different side, from another unit, right? And then you're dead, for sure. So sometimes the Stalwart helps out with that because you may be able to survive both those attacks if they're a little bit weaker military enemy units that were attacking your general. Well, this one is kind of cool sometimes, but I wouldn't learn it unless it's kind of like a last resort thing and you have the extra, resources to spend on it. Then cool, go for it. But it's not really one of those highlight skills to learn for a general. While it can definitely be helpful depending on the situation that your general may be in. But for now, I think I'm going to go with Indomitable. I will strengthen up this general a bit. Give it the Indomitable skill. Just give me 3 gold pieces. Okay, this settler is done picking up the iron mine to Valera. Oh, you know what I should do, actually? I should walk this... Settlers can cross rivers, by the way. I should walk this settler over to this gold mine, and then connect the gold mine to Neapolis. It's only 3 tiles away. That'll definitely help to kind of give a bolster to my gold production here. So let's do that. Walk them over. It'll take a couple turns to get over there. And I don't like how some of these cities are having problems. Let's work on Valeria because it has the most population. What can we do here to make them a little happier? Or a little more loyal, I should say. Amphitheater, right? Let's do that. This is going to get expensive, though. I'm going to go broke during this turn. But we gotta do what we gotta do. I don't want these cities to revolt or have civil unrest problems and things like that. So let's do that. I'll exit out. It's hard to see, probably hard for you guys to see, but the loyalty, the red bars filling up here, there's actually a black kind of line, like a limit line there, and the red matches right up to it. It's really hard to see, but it's the red line doesn't always match up to it. You'll see like a gap, so you'll see like some red, and then you'll see some gray, then you see this black kind of thin bar. And basically, as long as the red is underneath that black bar, your city's good. It's not going to have any problems. It's not going to rise up and get into rebellions or anything like that. It's when it meets that line, when the red bar meets that black line, and especially surpasses that black line, that's when you start getting a rebellion and a riot multiplier going on, where your city could start rising up against you, and maybe flipping over to its own state, or God forbid, an enemy state. Sometimes they beckon out to an enemy and or another. We call in this game, we call all the factions rivals, even though you may not actually be at war with them. But they may reach out to them and flip over to their side, which you never want. We'll build the amphitheater. You notice how that went down right away? I don't know if you caught that, but the bar, the red and the black bar both went down at the same time. I think there's a black bar there. I'm not sure. Is there? It's hard to see. I assumed that there was a black bar stuck right to the red. I could be wrong. If you don't see any black bar there at all, it just means that the black bar is sitting at 100%. So it means that as long as the red doesn't climb to 100%, you're good. But once it climbs to 100%, there is no over. So basically, once it goes to 100%, well, it goes to 101%, but you don't actually see that on the bar map, or sorry, on the bar gauge there. But when it goes over 100, 101 or whatever, then yeah, your city will go up in arms. So that could be. And yeah, so the red bar just basically went down by about half, which is great. Bit of reduction there, just by the people knowing that we're building a amphitheater. It's gonna take 4 turns to actually build it. And when it does, that red bar will reduce even more. What else could we do? I'd like to work on Tinovo if possible. We're running out of funds. I could do another amphitheater here. It's funny because this one's actually cheaper. It's based on population size. So like we built an amphitheater on a pop 3 and it was more expensive than this one. It's pop 1. And I think that goes for pretty much almost any infrastructure. The lower the population is in a city, the cheaper the infrastructures will be, and the higher the population, the more expensive the same infrastructures will be. So let's build the amphitheater here. Oh, that's funny. So that one didn't take a drop. Tinovo, they know we're building the amphitheater here, but they did not. Their loyalty did not reduce any bit. And it's kind of funny. And I don't really know why that is. I don't know why it drops here, but not here. I wonder if that has something to do with the population size. Maybe because there's more population here, they're more realized as to amphitheater. Or maybe it's because the amphitheater built in Valyria of a pop 3, it affects more of them in a positive way because there's so many more people in comparison to, a 1 pop settlement like Otanova. That could be. I'm just surmising. Now, if we're lucky enough, can we build an amphitheater in Doriskos? Yes, we can. And I think we're all just about broke. Let's do that. Yeah, there's no reduction in that one either. It's okay. Okay, and then that's the end of our turn. Really? That's the end of our turn? Just some building, basically, and that's it. Can't use. You can't. Yeah, all our units are basically tied up or garrisoned, so that's pretty funny. I'm healing these guys in Methoni. Once they're healed up, I'm going to attack Nigay. And it's looking good. This bridge is still broken between Methoni and the Macedonian capital city, Hala. Looking at state decisions. We could ignite some games, get our population happier. Do we want to do this? I feel like I want to do this, but I'm not sure if it's worth the resources yet because I'm in such a building mode. I like to build things right now. My cities. So it's okay. Our happiness is actually doing decent. We're at 144% happiness, which is good. By the way, if you guys look at the very top of the screen, you'll see a small banner. It says recording and the minutes going by. That's just the editing not the editing software, the webcam, like my web and recording software that I'm using. And I can take that away. Sometimes I can take that off or keep it up there. And I'm playing this game over the course of time, and you guys probably won't notice this, but I actually pause and shut down and save the game as well, the recording, and then later on I'll come back to it again. But I try to do it in a way where it's you don't really see, you hopefully don't notice where I took a break. And if you do, that's fine too. But I just don't want. I'm trying to cut the game and shut it down when I need to in a way where it's not very noticeable and it's not nothing substantial is happening. I'm just trying to be very, very measured in how I do it. But yeah, I just kind of prefer that banner up there because it lets me know how much time is passing during a recording. And then if I do need to pause my recording for any reason, or stop it and shut it down, I can do so easily. I use Bandicam, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. But yeah, I just noticed, I want to bring it up because I noticed this banner slightly covers the happiness, sort of the happiness resource notifier there, as well the citizens resource notifier up top. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't bother you guys too much, but that's what they are. This one over here, it's happiness. I'm hovering over right now with my mouse. That's the happiness notifier, and the next one over to the left is the citizen and pops notifier. Okay, that being said, yeah, sometimes I'll have this bar appear, and sometimes I'll take it off, depending on kind of what segment of the video I'm working towards. Okay, let's do a turn process here. Oh, they've got their boats sailing around the Eastern Empire. Got some big boats too. And also, if you guys hear some like almost like leathery, rubbery squeaking once in a while, that's actually just my chair, my my gaming chair, my office chair. It's getting a little bit old, so it's sort of squeaking a bit when I move on it. I was thinking to shore it up later, you know, take the tools to it and see if I could crank the nuts and bolts in it. That might help. It's actually a nice office chair. You can't see that, but it's a nice chair. It's in very good shape, even though, you know, it is a bit old. Just the joints on are getting kind of freaky. Oh wow, look, they tried to attack my galley. I think that's a galley there, not a trireme. They failed, they died. That was my ex-league members. What a shame. What a shame that I lost them. Look at that is just concerning. Look at Boyton, all their military soldiers. They got some strong hoplits walking around, like, oh my gosh. So you gotta keep my league members and my allies and my defensive pacts going, because that was offsetting other aggressors from actually attacking me so easily. They would think twice because I have so many allies, right? I'm especially concerned about Boita right now. But as long as I have good, strong allies, or even, well, I shouldn't even say strong, but enough of them, you know, it would keep me from war a little longer, I would hope. Confederation with Chaldiki. Chaldiki and Iobe signed a confederation. Oh, that actually surprises me. I was thinking Chaldiki would end up confederating with Macedonia, actually, because they had good relations. Their relations were on the up and up. Well, that surprises me. I like that confederation more, obviously, with Iobe, because I'm on very good relations with my northern neighbors. Wonderful. Not bad. Great proposal. Okay, Molosine Kingdom is offering quite a few things here. Some gold, some coal. Look at all this stuff. What do they want? Food, coal, and iron. It's strange how they're offering me iron, but they're also recommending iron at the same time. I mean, that's sort of bizarre to me. I can't offer any more food to anybody. I'm slightly in the negatives of food every turn. I noticed, like, by 1 or 2 units of food, which means that there's just a slight starvation in my faction. Probably having more of an effect, slight effect on my settlements, if anything. And it will only be very slight, like a little bit of a morale drop. I don't know if it's supposed to be morale or loyalty drop when the city starts starving. Maybe it's both, but it would be just a small drop, like maybe 1% or something, if you're only like 1 unit of food in the negatives, or maybe 2. It's not too bad. It's like once you get like -5 food or like -10 food per turn, that's when you start seeing a bit more of a percentage drop in the cities. I remember I had a multiplayer game once, and there's a fellow who had a very unfortunate situation, and I guess he wasn't quite keeping up on his agricultural infrastructure in his, I think he was playing a barbarian faction, and he wasn't making farms, and I think he also changed his government type, where there would be a reduction in food. That was part of a government trade-off. He just changed his government style, and I guess he wasn't quite paying attention to that. And all of a sudden, a few turns later, his entire faction was starving so bad. It was like 50% starvation every turn. It was so much, and all of his settlements started like, becoming very unhappy, and then rebelling and revolting, and some of his he got so bad that some of his military units were taking starvation attritional damage. And then to make things worse, another enemy player came along and started influencing all of his settlements with generals, flipping them like no tomorrow, just flipping those settlements, because they didn't want, his own faction population didn't enjoy his faction. Loyalty was running low, morale was low. So yeah, when the enemy comes along and says, "Hey, we'll take you," they're like, "Yep." So they flipped. That's how bad it can get sometimes. Okay, I'm thinking I can only offer. This is odd to me. Like, this is recommend to offer right there, but it's only allowing me to offer stone, influence, and slaves. I wonder why I can't offer food or coal or iron, actually. That's strange to me. I wonder why. Why can't I offer? I have extra resources. Why can't I offer them? Probably because it's also in their ask for section, right? They have coal, they have iron, they also have food right there in the ask for. So they don't, I think it's locked out because they don't want that from me. It's just kind of weird that it says recommended to offer also right here, right? Strange. But I don't think I want to give them anything. Maybe influence? I'm making a surplus of 10 per turn. I could do that. Let's do 5. I could offer them 5 influence or whatever they kind of want to give me. I don't know if I want to do it for 22 turns though. Let's notch it down to, say, 15 turns. I'd probably be okay with that. Australians. What's the trade loss? Actually, no, I changed my mind now. The trade loss is pretty bad. It's a 50% like trade loss, 54%. I'd rather not, actually. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna make this a very short-term trade. I don't want to trade for too long. I'm gonna trade a little bit just to make them happy. Like, we're gonna lose half of the product that they trade us, and probably vice versa. It's not so great. We'll do just 3 turns. Chaldiki is offering me treaties, city visibility, tile visibility, and they also would like unit visibility. I'm fine with that. We'll accept. Aetolia, good old Aetolia. I take it I'm not at war with Aetolia anymore. I'm so confused as to how that happened. Why am I at war with Aetolia? Oh wait, the war with Aetolia stopped because I had accepted peace, right? But then I don't know why automatically Archanasis, we went to war with them. The ones I was trying to protect, my league members, all of a sudden that went to war. That was strange. I missed that one. I don't quite understand why that happened. Offer trade. I do like stone, that's for sure. It's funny, I'm just trading away influence they want to give me, but the stone, the main one. Recommend to offer slaves. Yeah, okay, let's give them 1 slave. I realize that I'm trading 2 slaves away elsewhere. 1 more. And let's just go with that. Let's just see what they do with 1 slave. If we're lucky, they might give us... both of these items. If not, they'll give us one, maybe the stone. We'll keep this trade going for as long as we can, if they accept. Aetolia, we'll keep it at 22. And I realize that the trade loss is also pretty devastating. It's pretty bad at 53. And that's because Boita is in the way. Boita, we don't have a trade route access treaty with them. I will work on that in just a moment. But the trade loss is pretty bad. If I get a trade route access treaties with Boita, that will drop substantially. The trade loss would improve quite dramatically. But even if not, if they don't accept, it's okay if I get a point, like a 0.5 stone per turn, and Aetolia will be losing the a 0.5 in slave that I'm giving them every turn. We'll go with that and see what happens. 22 turns. Mycia wants peace. I'll definitely accept that. These are Easterners. Oh, and it was IKEA initiated the talks. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, peace is met. You're offered a trade proposal with a specific demand. IKEA also, speaking of them, they want to give us 4 coal for 2 slaves. I don't know. I don't know if I want to give away that many slaves now. 8 turns. It might be good to stockpile coal though, because I know I'm going to be building a lot of smithies, right? Starting to think about this, like maybe I should just go for it, take a bit of a drop with slaves. I have 1 slave facility in operation right now, and I can put a second one into operation up in Odrysian land, so I could do that. Let's do that. 8 turns, fine. 2 slaves for 4 coal. 5 turns less to complete the yes, I know. I don't think I'm going to be able to complete it. Number of slaves increased. Oh, this is lucky. This happens sometimes, like I was saying. Additional groups of slaves have been taken into state service. The numbers grew by, we just scored +3. Yay! Okay, now before I do get to these units and things, I want to look for that other slave market here. Here we are. Yeah, this one is not in operation right now. We're going to put it into operation. Just to get a few more slaves, imported coming in. Start production. Okay, so this will give us 3.3 slaves per turn at the cost of 3.33 gold per turn. Can we afford the gold per turn? At least for now. We may not keep this in operation for many turns, but for now, I think it might be a good idea. So we're getting a surplus of 14 gold per turn. We can afford that. Let's do it. Because we're getting good trade coal for the slaves right now. Okay, that's now in effect. And this army, what are we going to do with this army? I was thinking, should I leave him in the Odrysian lands? Or should I take him and sail him away somewhere else? Who's in here? Just a hero. Do I need a peltist? Did I say spearman? Because I always see spears, so it confuses me. I say peltist. Or should I sail the peltist here to help take Pegay and sort of fortify this region south of Pella? What do we have in here? We still have, we have 1 army unit healing. And then we have 1 army unit, remember, an army unit tucked away in this boat. He's actually fully healed now. The hoplite unit. Do we need more than that? Maybe not. You know what I'll do? I will take this unit, this peltist, and I want to station it at a coastal city. I think, for now. Let's okay, let's station him in Tychos for now. We'll have a warrior kind of present in the area as well as a peltist. I'm going to walk him over. The reason why I am going to beef up this area, you know, where Byzantine is. This is Byzantine. It's because I'm at war with the Empire right now, and I know they have boats. All they have to do is sail across the strait here, and they can start invading the land here, right? So, and they're not on the shore, but their vassals are. Phegria is one of Echemed's vessels. I think Mysia is here. This island right here, I believe, is Mysia, who we're starting to build relations with. They're Easterners. I don't recall who's here. I don't know who's here in this area, this land. But surely it's a vassal. It's another vassal of Echemedes. And I think over here it's either Phegria still, or it's... Oh, I think it's probably Armenia here. And they're likely also a vassal of Archimedes. And then kind of up here, this is Rhodes. Rhodes has sort of taken Byzantine area over. And we're not doing very good with the Rhodes either. Let's look at the foreign relations. Yeah, Rhodes, we just signed peace with them. Their attitude with us is slightly less than satisfactory. I hope to build that trust back up again. We are still at war with Echemedes though. So I would like to try to sway Messenia over to our side to some degree. Let's try to negotiate a trade route access with them. Probably good enough for now. Just that. For next turn, let's see what they say. Also, while I'm here, I just want to quickly look at Boeotia and get that trade route access with them too. Trade routes access. Let's click on. Oh, we can't do it yet. Quite soon. Okay, I'm not allowed to negotiate with them just yet. Pretty soon though. But I'd like to click on that and get that in order because we're trading with Aetolia, and I want the trade loss to reduce. Bergola. I want to build an amphitheater in Bergola because it's having a loyalty issue. Okay, this guy's just about healed, this warrior. I'll let him heal for one more turn. Let him heal, he's garrisoned. This general has learned his skill, Indomitable. So now let's bring this general somewhere to be put to some use. Morale boosting, really. I should probably bring him to... I don't want to sail him all the way across. It could be a dangerous sail if he's attacked by one of the Archimedes fleets. So I gotta be kind of safe with him. What I'm gonna do is actually run this general all the way to Neapolis. Horses are pretty quick. It's going to take some turns still. I'm going to bring the general to Neapolis. Then from Neapolis, I'm going to sail him around Chaldiki, the Chaldiki Peninsula. And then I will land the general at Methone and start boosting morale of the soldiers here. I could also try to use the general to influence Aegae as well, to flip it. Okay, he's fully healed. The Hoplite. I'm going to move the Hoplite into Methone. Okay. Oh, we have built our Peltis unit here. Finally. And, can you learn another skill for the Peltis unit? Let's do defense. Add the defense skill to the Peltis. A little bit of gold, a little bit of iron. Okay. He's going to protect Marina. Because you never know when Archimedes might sail a ship there and land some troops, right? I don't want to lose my islands. I got to protect my islands. My islands have decent agriculture, most of them, but also more so they're sort of setup points to build bases to help protect the Greek inlands, not just my nation, my Greek nation, but perhaps all the coastal Greek nations. I'm sure they would appreciate ourselves acting as a buffer between the east and the west. Because if they don't have to worry about threats from the east, that's good. The warrior. We just built the warrior. Let's do a small upgrade too. Maybe also a defense upgrade. And also, I noticed that when you upgrade skills on military units, the cost slightly changes too. And I don't entirely know why that is, but I think it's probably due to the unit type itself. What type of unit it is that you're trying to upgrade with certain things. That's what I think. Else, it could be the city that they're learning the skill from, that they're building upon. So the settlement might have an effect. Perhaps the larger the settlement, in that case, when it comes to skill training, I would think that the larger the settlement would be a reduction in costs. If more people perhaps helping to train that soldier, I don't know. Or it could be, maybe it's the smaller the population, the cheaper. But I know that's the case when you're building infrastructure in a town. But I'm not entirely sure when it comes to building upgrading a unit skill, like a military unit skill, on or in a town. Okay, so our settler is now in the gold mine here, and we're going to build that road connecting the mine to Neapolis. He's on way. He's also going to automatically build a bridge. So whenever you do this like connect stretch, if it happens across rivers, the settler will automatically build a bridge and use a little bit extra resources to build that bridge. As well, it takes a little bit longer to build a bridge too. That's why if you look, there's this 1, then it skips 2 and 3, goes right to 4 and 5. That's because it's going to take 2 turns to build that bridge. Get that going. Oh, so this surprises me quite a bit actually. This is quite odd to me that I'm seeing a Macedonian boat here. I'm quite perplexed by this because there's no shipyard here. They don't have a shipyard. So where did this boat come from? Also, they can't come in through this way. This is the only way they can come in. And I have had this boat sitting here for a while now. So the only way they could get in here is to attack this boat, to attack my galley. I'm very perplexed as to how this boat just miraculously appeared this turn. While the enemy boat is here. All I can think of is if one of these settlements built the boat. Because, I only say this because I know that, I'm not sure about the vanilla game, this is the vanilla version game, the main game, but in the DLC, you can take a boat and tuck a boat inside of a coastal town. Now, normally with any other boats that are larger than the boat, any other boat, you can only garrison them or tuck them into a shipyard. You cannot tuck them into a port, city, or settlement. But I think the boat, for some reason, you can do that. You can tuck it into a city settlement instead, not just a shipyard. Now, I don't know if a town can build a boat, though. I don't think that's possible. I was going to say the only other way I could possibly imagine a boat being here is if a city built it and the boat came out, but I don't think that's possible. I've certainly never seen that. Like, let's look at these ones. Is it possible? New specialization, boat? No. Build. Yes, it is! Right there! Oh! Wow. I've never actually really noticed that before, and I've been playing this game for quite some time. And I never quite noticed it, or maybe I did, but subconsciously I just blinded it out because I really don't care to build boats from cities normally. I like to build them from shipyards. But that's interesting. Wow. I'm surprised I never noticed that earlier. Okay, so that answers that question. This boat was built in either Therma or Pella. And there it is. Well, I'm going to attack that boat. I'm going to attack absolute supremacy. There we go. I don't want Macedonian soldiers sailing around me. Wow. One shot. There we go. Okay, this Byram of ours took a little bit of damage. And that's because we had attacked a boat here from Arcanensis. Arcanania, sorry. Yeah, and what we wanted to do was protect them. This is the whole reason why we brought a hoplite here. But now we're at war with them instead. It's crazy. So I just want to scare them into submission, and I want to try to get them back into the league again through force at least. It's going to be challenging. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to drop my hoplite here, right in between both of their cities, including their capital city, Stratos. That's got to scare the heebie-jeebies out of them. Especially if they don't have any active military units at this time, or they're up in the north. That's got to scare them. Like, holy schmoly. Because I could probably easily take Paladon next turn with this hoplite. I have a bridge, I could just cross it and attack it without really any penalties. Or I could bludgeon their capital city. I probably won't be able to take it in one turn because they have a population of 4, which is a multiplier to defense, the higher the population. Also, they seem to have defensive walls put in place, so it might take 2 or 3 turns to attack and take over Stratos. I'll think about that next turn, what I want to do with it, but I certainly want to scare them into submission. I'd like to end this war, and then when that war ends, I'd like to work on a peace again and trying to get them back into the fold of the Athenian influence. Oh, pardon me. I see green here. Achaia. Oh, Caledon actually belongs to Achaia, and it's within the Arcanian province. Oh, so I can't take this because, well, I like Achaia. I've got a trade treaty going with them. Achaia is over here, right? Yeah, they're sort of over here, and then there's a divide of water, and they're kind of here too. Huh. So I think I will be attacking the capital city of Stratos. I may not take it over or destroy it. Sometimes just simply attacking it once or twice will prompt the enemy into diplomatic negotiations for peace, because they become worried, right? And especially worried if the AI feels that it might lose its capital, as any player would as well. You don't want to lose your capital city, because then you take some pretty significant morale hits across the board, across all your cities. I actually am taking a slight bit of attrition standing on that tile. How much attrition am I taking? 85. Tile support at 85, so I'm taking 50% attrition for every turn that I remain on this tile with my hoplite. Here, we can actually raid the trade route. We're currently on a seafaring trade route. Who owns this trade route? Trade route to Korkia. Oh, I don't want to do that. That'll just piss off Korkia and also the Modalistine Kingdom. I don't want to mess with them, so I'm not going to do that. You can raid trade routes in this game by the sea and not to be at war with a nation, by the way. But it will piss off the other nation if they know that you're stealing from them. Piracy, and it'll ruin relations over time, so just got to be mindful of that. But generally, if I'm at war with a nation, I will raid their trade routes, for sure. Okay, Athens, we've got a injured hoplite, right, I remember. So we want to tuck this hoplite into Athens because Athens has some healing properties in there. We want to get this guy sorted out again. I just want to see what is in Athens. Yeah, so Athens has higher healing properties because it's a civilized city. It's got a high population, so a lot of population or people can attend to healing the hoplite unit. Also the manpower pool, so the hoplite can rejuvenate quicker just because there's a high manpower pool here. Population of 6, right? Okay, so he's going to heal here for a while, and I'm just going to leave this hoplite here as a sort of provincial defender in case I need, this province defended. So I do have a ship freed up now. Ekinor's fleet is now freed up. It's a galley class, and I think I'm going to bring this galley. You know what? I'm going to bring the galley way up here, all the way up to Corinthos and Techos, as a bit of a fleet defense in case Echimedis or his vassals try to do some, sail a ship up here and maybe threaten to, board my shores. And then if I really need to, I can also have a galley in the area in case I want to throw my soldiers on it to sail, somewhere, sail down, maybe to attack one of Echimedis' vassals like Phageria. So I think we will do that. We'll tuck that boat right in here. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, sometimes if you're trying to travel way too far, like super far, it won't let you. You do it piecemeal. You have to travel like a bit first, like maybe halfway. It's allowing me to do 4, 5, and then it blocks off here. Yeah. So it looks like in this game we're allowed to make a maximum of 6 turns for fleets, for vessels, before having to reissue a travel journey. So yeah, well, I'll do at 5 for now. I'll stop off right here. So I'd like to spy on Abydos and see what's there. Now we are going to be sailing across some deep sea. Oh, look at that! Archimedes' ship is right here. Oh my god! Look at that. He's spying on me. That's what he's doing. That's funny. I was going to say I'm going to sail across the deep sea, so there's a chance that this boat could get destroyed, my galley, or take significant damage. But hopefully we'll be lucky. This is concerning to me that Echimedis is spying on my mainland. He's literally just sitting there. He's watching. They have learned that I'm building this wonder. He's spying on my wonder production and probably Braron, the city. I'm not sure why. Yeah, don't really like that. Okay, so let's try to keep up with the blacksmith building. So we have this one here. We built that one. I'd like to build one right here and get a little more stone coming in. Let's build a blacksmith here somewhere. Oh, I can't. Must be close to a city. That's right. To build certain external infrastructures, you usually need to be. It needs to be built towards a city because you need population to usually help to build that infrastructure. So yeah, I guess I'll probably plant it right here. Right here. Okay. What would be great is if I could actually get a settler over here to start connecting the city to some of these mines at the blacksmith. I have 2 working settlers up here doing stuff, right? They're pretty busy. If I wanted to purchase another settler, where would I purchase him from? It would be an ideal, probably here, Abdera. Abdera's got a high population, and the sea tiles are not the greatest. Like, yeah, we're getting a unit of food each. You will get more on land. We have here, like, here's just normal grassland, and we're getting about double that. Well, we are getting double that. We're at 2. So if I were to build a settler, train up a settler, it would the settler, as well army units, pull right from the population, so you lose some citizens. And if that 4 drops to 3, that's okay. It's not the end of the world because I'll just lose 2 ocean tiles. That'll be 2 units of food per turn. How much would it cost? I can actually do that right now. I can build a settler. And the settler will belong to Athens because this is my core city of Athens. If I were to build a settler somewhere in the Odrysian lands that I'm now confederated with, then the settler would actually pop out as technically an Odrysian. So if the Odrysians ever wanted to cancel the confederation and become independent again, they would also take with them that unit and all units that bear their flag. There's always you got to be mindful, about which units and which units you're thinking about building from what cities, because if they're built out of another faction's city, well, technically they will belong to that faction. Okay, 10 gold. Let's build this settler. I could definitely use another one in this area, this region. And that's that. Let's process the turn. Actually, I forgot that Peltus, up above in the Odrysian kingdom, I actually meant to run him towards those blank tiles and flip them. I completely forgot about that. Instead, I have that Peltus going to defend one of my settlements in case I need defending. Look at this, he's attacking my ship. Archimedes is attacking my galley and sunk it. That's unfortunate. What a waste. What a waste. I actually wasn't expecting Archimedes to be out this far spying on me. I was certainly not. Usually I'm a little bit more careful in sailing my boats around. I'll do it in measured sort of paces, just to scout out and see if there's anything dangerous nearby. I wasn't thinking Archimedes would be right there. I lost a galley ship. Oh. Now I'm mad. Now that makes me mad. How dare he? Oh. Chaldiki and Thessaloniki at war. Oh gosh, Boite attacking Thessaloniki. Gee whiz. They're becoming very aggressive. Very aggressive. That's concerning. Look at that. 3 hoplite units. At least 3 hoplite that I see right now. I'm gonna scour their lands and take a little bit better look this turn. Confederation with Corinth. Corinth and Achaea signed a confederation. Oh, okay, interesting. They're pretty far away from each other. That's sort of surprising to me. Molossian Kingdom is asking 3 turns. They want 5 units of influence from me, and they're willing to give me a copper and a wood. I mean, trade losses at 34, it's just 3 turns. That's fine, let's go with that. We'll do that one. For now, Thessalian League wants treaties, city visibility tile, map, item info, unit visibility, and trade route access. Wow, I'll say yes. I have no issue with the Thessalian League, and it'll help merge me a little bit easier with the North trade, the Molossian Kingdom, and Korkia. So I'll say yes to that. And yeah, we are not amicable relations. That's good. Trade was rejected. Oh. They rejected it flat out. I told you. With a stone. Oh well. Invoice succeeded. Treaty with Massilia was successfully signed. Great. That trade route is fine with them. It's good. It's good. Will you offer peace to Macedonia? Oh, Massilia is asking me for this, but I don't. Unfortunately, I wish I could say yes, but I'm not there yet. I want to take Aegea first. Peaceful. Let's see if this will bother them any if I say no. Our Our attitude is peaceful. Yeah, we lost a little bit there. We're still in the peaceful category, but we lost a little bit of attitude points. That's too bad. 4 turns. Invisible Army. Not there yet. I am learning skills though. I'm trying to get it, but I don't think I'm going to make it. The Olympic Games are coming. Yes, Olympic Games will take place next turn. Do we want to pay 3 gold and 5 influence to join the Olympic Games? Yes, let's go with that. Let's try our luck. Oh, one of our armies is starving. That's our Hoplite army. Starving it. Its morale decreased by 3%. It's not too bad, 3%. Okay, there we are. This warrior. Let's do some more skilling up. I know we have only 4 turns left for the invisibility objective, but we probably won't make it. But let's just try. Let's give him the assault skill. I'll start to learn that one. Marina, this defender, he's still here. Okay, what can we learn? Let's try to give him a skill as well. Maybe discipline might be good for this area. Also, still work would be good too. I don't want to give up too much of my stone right now because I want my stone building. But I think this is okay to discipline. We're gonna be out of gold at the end of this 2 turns. That's still okay. 2 turns to get this in order. Let's do that. Discipline. We're like we don't even have 1 gold piece right now for this turn. Now, this guy, he didn't quite heal yet. Okay, that's kind of strange. Do a self heal. And we're gonna tuck this guy. We're gonna garrison this Hoplite into Athens. Good. He's so weak. He's so bloody and so weak. This Hoplite, yes. Now, what are we gonna do with this guy? Stratos. We're gonna have to decide on this one. Let me ponder it.